bot lane, we have a huge push coming in, and we're gonna have Firestorm down, we have Tombstone down, and it's gonna be hard. There's a Charge of Darkness going on the Spirit Breaker. I don't think they can kill though. He's really tanky. Are they gonna drop a Tombstone to waste? No, there's Expulsion Cast to do a lot of damage to these. Well, there's no enemy creeps around, but this tower is gonna go down. No Ring of Basilius being picked up. That's a very interesting. Oh no, never mind. That's a very small Ring of Basilius circle on that fat ass Pit Lord. Pit Lord is turning level 6. Let's see if it's gonna pick up his ult once he's turned 6. His ult is one of the most underrated ult in my opinion in the whole game. It's a global TP gank. Like, that's just insane. And let's see if our style is going to be utilizing it in this game. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, it looks like Milk is not trying to do a push. I think it's not a bad idea to do a kind of a tower trade, excuse me, especially if Navi's pushing so hard. Meanwhile, Demon's pushing the mid lane. That's exactly what he should be doing. Yeah, I think MYM right now, they can't really defend the push because it's going to be really hard to defend against Tombstone Explosion. There we go. We have a teleportation going top on this creep. Oh my god. 4 hero comes in, and this is exactly what I mean. He did pick up a level 6 what's it called? Dark Rift? I think it's called Dark Rift. And he's going to get 2 kills out of that. Well played by Navi art style. Man, this is why Pit Lord is such a good hero, and I think he's such an underrated hero even before his buff. Even though he's nerfed right now, I think he's still a very good hero. Because he does so much thing. He's like the epitome of a utility without the true essence of utility, such as Rasa or Line. You know, those like the standard utility, like a Windrunner that we often see. But Pit Lord, in my opinion, is a great utility hero. He ganks pretty well with his expulsion. Pit of Malice, he pushes really well. Could die behind towers. There's a lot of things that he could do really well, and I think this game so far is showcasing it. Meanwhile, Milk, I think Milk's playing pretty poorly. He is farming exceptionally well though. 8 minutes in, I think he's close to his mecha. He's what, 700 away from his mecha, and judging that he has died what, 4 times, 3 times, that's pretty good farm. His farm doesn't really showcase. It's only 30 creep kills in 10 minutes. That's not that good of a farm, but in terms of his item progression, it seems like he's doing fairly well. Meanwhile, we have 5 guys going down to the mid lane, and this tower might be going down as well. I think now MYM is going to go for a tower trade. Yeah, you see everyone's going to the top lane, or 3 guys for MYM is going to the top lane. They're not TPing back, even though they do have teleportation scrolls. So, yeah, I think they're going to go for a tower trade. I think this tower, losing this tower for a top tower for Scourge, I think that's a little bit of a bad idea because, well, you know, this tower doesn't mean too much for the Scourge team, but this tower means a lot for Sentinel. But I'm not too sure whether to defend this. Meanwhile, this tower doing a little bit more racist hate on the Undying. Undying's going to be fine. I'm sure he has a fairly level Soul Rip. He's maxing the Tombstone. He has 1 level Decay, so I guess he has at least level 1 Soul Rip for now. He might go Soul Rip at 8, 9, 10 or something like that. Meanwhile, Navi's going for a high ground, and there's absolutely nothing the MYM could do. We have seen MYM TPing back all of them. All MYM members are TPing back, but what can they do? And looks, whoa. Alright, reconnect feature. Okay, Dendi has lost connection feature, but using, okay, may reconnect. Can we? Alright, we can't do anything. Please wait for me to reconnect. Well, alright, reconnect feature is great, but unfortunately, if your internet dies, there's nothing to reconnect to, right? So, wow. Alright, now it's a 4v5 with Stone Giant dropping, and that should tip things a little bit in favor of MYM, but I'm not too sure, because that, like, Navi never really, wow. Demon just runs in and just dies, and he buys back, but keep in mind that he has no wolf form, because he just used it, so now this Tombstone is still very healthy. What Demon needs to do is send those wolves back and target the Tombstone. Tower might be very low. Undying in trouble. He pops the wand. He's at 1 HP. Dies to the flames here. And now here comes the wow. Lifestealer took a Huskar ult when he was in rage form, so it didn't do any damage. Meanwhile, here comes a Dark Rift again, and they're gonna get the hell out again. 0 stuns, 0 nukes on the MYM team, and they absolutely cannot do anything. They did defend the Raxus, but they did lose their base tower. Meanwhile, MYM trying to do the aggressive farm. Meanwhile, Melk did pick up the mecha. That's a fairly fast mecha, especially when you're losing so much. 10 minutes in, a mecha being picked up. MYM does have 3 towers up, so that can be a contributing factor. Meanwhile, you have Bristleback finishing the Vanguard, and Abaddon, of course, have nothing because playing by Pusher Streak. Meanwhile, Soul Ring on Lycanthrope, I think that might have been a big waste of 800 gold. I think just with the amount of I think with the Ring of Basilius, she should have enough mana to cast you know, just cast your wolf, especially if you micro them properly, you don't let them die. I guess, well, I'll talk about that once this fight is over. Yeah, the fight is over. Yeah, a good way to save mana, especially if you're one of these, you know, really high high strength heroes but low intelligence heroes, that if you have strength crits, just turn it into intelligence and then cast whatever spell you need to cast, and then turn it back to strength. What that allows you to do when you're casting, you have a higher mana pool, so you waste a less amount of your total mana pool percentage in terms of mana, and then after that you change it back to strength threats, so your Ring of Blade Slays will gain you a little bit more mana overall. So that's a pretty cool trip, as we see Misery getting ganked top. I'm not too sure what Misery was doing so far in the enemy territory. He's gonna get ganked. So we have a 4-8 in favor of Navi. Navi is down a player, but looks like they are using Dendi. Dendi does have Boots of Speed, and I think he has a bottle as well. Bottle might have been sold or being picked up by someone. Who has a bottle? I think bottle was, yeah, bottle was given to Spiritbreaker. Okay, it's not like he needs a mana, but here we go. There's a Charge of Darkness going on the Lord of Avernus, and he might be in trouble. He's going to be, I think he's going to be fine. He's going to pop a salve most likely, or he's going to run back to base. The Spiritbreaker is coming in. I think, yeah, he does know he's gonna pop himself. Here we go. Spiritbreaker going ball sleep, and this is exactly how you should play Spiritbreaker. Go way ball sleep into enemy base. Fuck that. Like, man, this is exactly how Navi play. But 12 minutes in, we might see a Rax attempt. Bristleback doing whatever he can to disrupt. And oh my god, he needs to right click this. Here we go. Wolf by Demon doing exactly what he needs to do and going for the oh, there's a heal on the Tombstone, but Tombstone might be going down. One more hit on the Tombstone. Need to get that Tombstone down. And now we have the Ancient War going down. Man, double damage on the Nyx. There's a Tombstone dying, but now this Ancient War in trouble. Now Misery dies to a ult from the Spiritbreaker. Man, everyone's still at full HP. He's trying to do whatever here. Actually, what was Milk doing? I think Milk was farming a bot lane. I was seeing a blue dot on the mini-map. Again, Dark Rift TPing out. Mania gets a kill on Dendi. There's a zip in from the Huskar. If he zipped in a second too late, he would have just woo, all the way down here. That would have been sick if that's exactly what we saw. Yeah, I think you can TP after the enemy with if they're TPing out or doing something like funky, like a Dark Rift or a Furion TP. You can just fly across them across the map. I've never seen that personally, but that's what I've heard, and that would have been a crazy thing. Looks like our style is going to go for Vlad's. Great pushing item. Again, 5 melee on the Scourge, so Vlad's is actually a really good item in that case. I don't know what Misery is doing. I think he should be going for Vlad as well. Again, I believe this is a kind of a big waste of gold. If he didn't have that, might have had Vlad's finish. Yeah, definitely would have had Vlad's finish by then. So a little bit of a mistake, and they're gonna go for a Spiritbreaker, but again, 0 stun, so hasted Spiritbreaker is like God right now. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Meanwhile, we have a couple guys converging in, and we have a Nyx, though. Nyx gonna do a lot of damage to this Bristleback. Are we gonna have an open wounds? We might have. No, here comes Undying. Undying is level 8, so he has a healthy level. Soul Rip probably had Tombstone max. Yeah, I think Tombstone is max in that last fight. Milk needs to be careful. I think Navi's first target in every fight is going to be Milk. And now they're going to focus. I don't know what the hell is going on. They're going to try to focus on Pillow. Pillow's getting a lot of heal going on. And Misery going down. Milk might be going down as well. Tombstone dropped down. No one's focusing on the Tombstone. I think Demon's trying to focus on Tombstone. Those 2 wolves dies. And now Milk might be in trouble. A lot of TTTT being typed on Misery. A lot of focus going on Pusher. Pusher has the best skill in the game when you're trying to focus me. Borrow Time. But I think Borrow Time might be running out. Pusher in trouble as well. Undying going for Pusher instead. That's a great choice. There's a toss on Pusher. Pusher is gonna go down with the Silver. They're gonna go for the Necrolyze wall. There's Avalanche. No Avalanche just yet. But now they're gonna get another free tower. Navi is up to what, 5 towers after they pick this one. Meanwhile, someone's chasing Bristleback. Bristleback trying to make it out alive. He is gonna make it out alive. Still no mana for TP though. Once he's gonna get 75, he's gonna get the hell out of dodge and TP back. Exactly what he does. I think Navi's going to continue to push at the bot lane. This team is going to be so hard in terms of stopping and push. As you've seen in the last couple encounters, once that Tombstone goes down, once that Explosion goes down, there's just absolutely nothing you can do. I'm not too sure even have seen a Firestorm so far. Maybe actually our style is actually maxing Explosion. Maxing Explosion is actually not a bad idea. Whenever we think of a Pit Lord, we think of Firestorm, but Explosion build from an art style, maybe either that or I haven't been seeing it. I guess I could check. There's a Pit of Malice. Demon gets a kill somewhere. But no, here we come. Charging in from the Spiritbreaker. They're going to focus on Milk. Milk can take so much damage. Navi Arstyle finally goes down. Explosion cast, or Dark Wave being casted, but unfortunately he's already dead. Now MYM's going for the chase. Oh my god, Spiritbreaker might be in trouble. Misery gets a kill somewhere due to Flaming Spear. Oh, Spiritbreaker. Spiritbreaker is going to run out, but he's going to be surrounded left and right. What is he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to TP out. He's going to try to TP out. Oh my god. Is he going to make it? Oh my god. Troll low phase. Wow. Is this a Ahura? I'm not too sure how. One of these guys, well, I'll just call him Xbox. Xbox, wow, just trolled all over MYM's face right there, TPing out with the Vanguard with like 20 HP. Again, this is what 0 stuns will do for you. But this is making such an exciting game, such an interesting game to cast as well. I mean, usually I'll be like, strategically, this is what you should do, right? But like, fuck that. This is a show match. I think all of us here are having fun. I hope the players are having fun. I think the viewers of this show match are having fun as well. And Spirit Breaker is going to get something to farm. I'm not too sure what he needs. I think BKB wouldn't be a bad choice. Or just go for Sange. Yeah, Sange is a good increase in terms of HP. Also give you a lot more plus damage as a Spirit Breaker as well. If you transition that into SMY, that's going to give you a little bit more damage in terms of Empower Haste.